Hey everyone, I want to start off by saying I am so sorry that I did not keep up with my end of the bargain and continue documenting my journey. I originally started back in the summertime, May of 2014, and I didn't have, I wasn't in school for the summer, and I was only working like part-time. So I had all the time in the world to make these videos for you guys. And then school started back up, and then I found a full-time job. So that was just like, that's pretty much what I've been up to these past like 7 months that I haven't documented anything. I don't know where to start. I think I left off, I had like springs on my teeth up right here. Oh, look at, let me show you. Okay, wait. Let's do this again. They're almost all straight now. Yeah, okay, so I left off with springs in my teeth, and I had one right here. It went from this tooth to here, and then I had one that went from this tooth to here. And that was to make more space for this tooth to come out and this tooth to twist and straighten out. That's what it was. Okay. So, this spring I just got off my last appointment, which would be my, I want to say my 5th tightening, my 5th adjustment. I'm not sure. Yeah, that one just came off because they're, that tooth was like way back there. If you want to, reference what I'm saying now, you can go back to the first video when I first got them on, so you know where I started and where I'm at now. So, this one, the spring that was on there was only on for, I think, like 2 adjustments, and then they finally took it off and it straightened out. It used to be like, it used to be twisted in and like behind that tooth. That's how it used to be. And that spring made enough space on both sides. I had gaps. It was embarrassing. I had a gap on both sides, and I didn't want to smile because it looked like, I was embarrassed. I was really embarrassed because I had like these 2 gaps in my teeth, but it didn't last that long. As soon as the spring came off, the teeth just like within a week, I want to say, the gaps were like almost completely gone. Yeah, so that tooth twisted out and it didn't hurt at all. I'm really sorry, you guys. I know that there are a lot of people out there that, they record themselves and they tell you how much in pain they are. And I honestly, where's my right hand or whatever? I have not had much pain at all throughout these 9 months that I've had my braces. I think I've only been in pain about 4 times, and it wasn't even excruciating. The first time I had like a throbbing in my mouth for like a night, and it was just like a throbbing. I knew there was pain, and I knew I had it, but it wasn't like, oh my God, like I can't handle this pain, or I can't sleep, or whatever, it was just there, and then I woke up and it was gone. And then the second time, I just had like sensitivity, when I would talk. It kind of hurt, like, I don't know, it just hurt when I talk. And then the third time, I don't remember the third time, but I know there was a third time. And then this 4th time, which was just like 2 days ago, or not 2 days ago, a few days ago, when they took that spring off, this tooth was like kind of sensitive because it was finally pulling forward. What else? I don't know if I mentioned I don't need expanders anymore. That was one of the things that they told me that I was gonna need. I was gonna need expanders, which are those metal appliances they put at the top and bottom of your mouth to like widen your bite, so they can make space for your teeth to like have a perfect arch. He just, with the way that they were, my top teeth were pretty much already straight, just like a couple things in the front needed to be, straightened out. Nothing major, no crowding. The bottom needed the most work, so I thought I would at least need one. But he said because of the way that they, they just like took to the braces very well. That he said I didn't need them after all. So I'm really happy with that. And you know, I'm really happy, you guys, because, you know, like I mentioned in one of the first videos that I made, that my first opinion when I went to the ortho, they told me that they wanted to remove these 2 teeth here. They said I couldn't get braces, you know, I wouldn't be able to go through the procedure if I didn't remove these 2 teeth because, you know, I had too many or something like that. And something in me was just like, no, get a second opinion, you know. So my friend had got her braces, and she was telling me where she went, which is where she referred me to, and that's where I went. And he told me, you know, the ortho, he says, I don't feel like I need to remove any. So you know, if you want me to do the procedure, you know, there's your answer. Like, I don't feel like I need to pull out any teeth, you know, because I had just taken out my wisdom teeth like a week or 2 before, and I didn't want to take out any more teeth because it wasn't the pain of getting them out, it was the maintenance. You have to make sure that, you know, you don't have any suction in your mouth, because you could pull out the blood clot from where the teeth were, well, where the teeth were in the gum. You can pull out the blood clot, and then you can have a lot of pain. So that's what I was worried about. And especially in the front of my mouth, you know, I was embarrassed with the gap up here. I would be really embarrassed because I had 2 big gaps here because I wanted to remove those 2 teeth. So, yeah, so I'm really, really happy, you know, that I went with the second guy and that I actually got a second opinion. So I really, really encourage you guys to get more than one opinion. If you know, even if you are satisfied with the first one, get a second opinion anyways, because you might get, you know, a lower price or like a lower, you know, amount of time with your braces on or whatever. You know, you don't know until you ask, you know. My journey has been really easy. Oh, I actually did have one bracket that did break, and it was the one for this teeth. They finally put it on, not this last adjustment last week, the one before that. They finally put on a bracket. After all these months, they finally put on a bracket. And when I went home that same day, I got home, and as soon as I started talking to my sister to let her know how it went, I just felt like a little snap in my mouth, and or not a snap, a click. I'm sorry, a click. And I felt it with my tongue, and yeah, sure enough, the bracket had came off, and I was like super, like, I don't know what to think. I think I was more embarrassed because, you know, I felt like I was like one of those kids, because every time I go in there, there's at least one, there's at least one, I like bit down and I hit that tooth. Anyways, there's at least 1 or 2 kids in there that have a broken bracket because they didn't listen to what they were told. You know, they ate something they weren't supposed to or whatever. So that's how I felt. But I knew that, you know, something that they did was wrong. And when I went back to go fix it, the problem was that they had a double wire on my teeth on the bottom, because that tooth was so far back. They had to put like a weak wire just to like get it, you know, to pull forward, and then they put the regular wire, you know, to like keep these teeth intact. So I guess that other wire, the stronger one, was pulling that bracket more, and it just like pulled it, you know, before, you know, it was, how do I say it? Like, yeah, it pulled it like a much stronger force on this tooth than it could have handled, because it was still kind of in back of this one. It was like to the back and to the side. So like it couldn't pull forward because it was still behind the tooth. So it just pulled on the bracket instead of my tooth, and it clicked and it fell off. So I went back in the next day. I called in, and you know, they took me in right away. They apologized, you know, and it's understandable, you know, stuff happens, and I'm really like an easygoing person. I wasn't pissed off or anything like that, you know, stuff happens. So I went in and they fixed it for me, and actually the ortho did it. Usually, whenever you go into your appointment, it's usually like the technicians that work on your teeth, and the ortho just goes and checks their work and okays it so you can go home, whatever. But he did it. He just wanted to make sure it was done right, you know. Not that his technicians are, you know, bad at their jobs. Just, you know, it's just so I would have reassurance I wouldn't have to come back. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. So, he did it. He apologized a million times, and I just, you know, I said, okay, no, it's okay. It's not a problem. You know, this, you know, stuff happens, whatever. He's like, thank you for being so understanding, whatever. So that's pretty much it. I've been eating everything I want now. I don't have pain when I bite down anymore. Well, I never had pain when I had pain like once, I think. That was probably the third time. Yeah, I think I was eating like a steak or something, and I bit down, and I just like a whole like just pulse went through my bottom teeth because I thought I could, you know, eat like a thicker piece or whatever. I don't know. I was being brave that day. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So I'm eating regularly now. I'm used to, you know, eating with them on. I don't eat funny anymore like I was in that video that I made of learning how to eat with your braces. You know, for a long time I was eating very carefully because I was afraid that any little thing would like break a bracket or like break a wire or something. So, but now, you know, I just, you know, sometimes I forget that I even have braces on until, excuse me, I actually like move my lips or something. My oral hygiene is really good still. I have to admit that I've gotten lazy with flossing. I don't floss twice a day. I probably floss like once every 2 days. I know that's kind of gross, but I'm just like so freaking busy and it's still tedious to do. So now there's no excuses. I'm just lazy, you know. I'll admit to that. I'm lazy, but my hygiene is really good still, you know. Other than that, I still like brush twice a day. Not after every meal either. I don't do that anymore. Well, I only eat like twice a day anyway, so I guess that, you know, that like, that's okay. I brush twice a day at least. So anyways, I never got one of those water pick things. I really wanted one, but then I was just like, nah, like, I just think that that's like, you know, kind of like a lazy thing for me, you know, like another thing to do. I'd rather just floss, you know, so I didn't bother getting one of those. And then, the cleanings, you know, for your dentist, like where they like the deep cleanings and stuff like that, I need to get one of those. I'm actually like really overdue. And that was like a really hard process because my dentist is local and my ortho is like a 40-minute drive. And so for them to like, you know, what do you call it, like get the appointments like one right after the other, because when you go in for your cleanings you have to get your wire off. So if I go in for a cleaning, I have to go to my ortho to take off the wire, go back to my dentist to do the cleaning, then go back to the ortho to put the wire back on. So it's really hard for them to like cooperate with each other. Not that they're like against each other, it's just really hard because, you know, they both have busy schedules to uphold. So like if I do it way in advance, you know, then it can happen. But like I said, I'm overdue because I'm waiting for my way in advance appointment. I had one already that passed, and at the last minute, I was already getting ready. At the last minute, the office assistant at the dentist called me and says that the dentist isn't going to be until later that day. And so I ended up not going because I wasn't going to have my wires off for that long period of time. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just that, you know, I'm in school and you know, I go to work, so I couldn't, like, I would have had the wires off for like another day or two until I can make another appointment to go and have them put it back on. So like I just, you know, canceled it. I'm just taking care of my teeth as much as I can. But like I get grossed out because, you know, you can brush your teeth 1,000,000 times a day and the plaque underneath will still build up because, you know, they're just hard to reach spaces, you know, those little proxy brushes that you like, you know, you brush the in-betweens, it's still not, you know, brushing hard enough to like keep all that stuff off, you know, and it helps, you know, it really does help because I know people with braces that don't even do that. They asked me what a proxy brush was, and that, you know, there's your answer there. So, and I've seen their teeth, like, they just, you know, it looks like a really nasty, like, plaquey buildup. And, you know, they have to get it, like, scraped off, you know. So, and I've had that too. Even with the hygiene, you know, that I have, the good hygiene that I have, I still had to get it scraped off. I went to my ortho and I asked him, you know, does this come off? And he's like, yeah, let me show you. So he got one of those, like, metal scraper things. And he's like, see, it comes off, like, real easy with one of these. And I was like, well, I either need one of those or I need a closer dentist because the one that I have, you know, didn't work with me. Anyways, sorry for rambling. What else? Okay, I started using whitening toothpaste because I felt like my teeth were starting to yellow. So I started using whitening toothpaste again, and I don't really see like a big difference. And my teeth were already white before I got braces, so like my psyche is that the underneath of the brackets are going to be the same color as the outside. I didn't want it to be like have a white spot on each tooth because my teeth were yellowing. I just got scared, so I started using whitening toothpaste, but I only use it once a day. I'll use it once in the morning, and then I'll use a regular one at night, you know. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Gosh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I just want to apologize again. You know, I really like had high hopes for keeping up with my journey. At least, you know, I was trying to do it for like once a week, and then, you know, I was trying to do it after every adjustment, but like one thing after another came up, and, you know, I know you guys understand, but I still want to apologize because, you know, I don't know, life happens, and I have, you know, 3 or 4 people that I keep up with still that, you know, that contact me were, you know, they contact me on Facebook or Instagram or email me, whatever, and, you know, we still talk back and forth. So and they've been bugging for me to make another video, and I just feel so guilty because, like, you know, I keep telling them, okay, I'll do it, and then I ended up not doing it. So here's the video that has been a long time coming, and let me go ahead and show you my teeth again. I wanted to put in like before and after photos, but I don't have time for that right now, so I might do that in like my next video, which I'm not promising will be like next week either, so you guys know. But this is my teeth now. See, they're almost all straight. I'm really happy at this tooth, man. Like, if you go, please go back to the first video when I got my braces on and look at the difference. There's like a huge difference there. Just go look at it for like a second and then come back so you don't, you know, see it's like fresh in your memory. Come back and like look at the difference, you know. There's a big difference, and I just feel a lot better, you know. I wasn't like a self-conscious person before, but I am like a teeth person, you know. When I talk to somebody, I always look at their teeth, not like to judge, just that's just me, that's who I am. I always just look at their teeth. So, you know, I expect the same in, how do you, no, that's wrong. I just want to have, like, you know, a good smile, and, you know, I'm proud of the one I have now, you know. And I still have what, like another, I have till like October or November of this year until I get them off, and pretty soon I'm going to be getting rubber bands. Yeah, he told me once all my teeth were straight that I was going to get those rubber bands that are going to, like, you know, what do you call it, like wrap from the bottom bracket to the top right here, so to start positioning my bite. And I heard those hurt a lot, so I'm not really anticipating those, but I mean, I've come this far, right? So that's pretty much my video for today. If you guys have any questions for me or any more tips or just want to talk, feel free to contact me on here, on Instagram, Facebook. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, and bye. Have a great day. Have a great weekend.